whose name do these plunderers and thieves follow the shadows of these lights? Must we remind you to illuminate your thoughts? This silence you impose on your feelings and your opposite, like these bursts of voices and their unspeakable evocations that point the finger at you and yet stand by your side. In whose name? In whose name? Yesterday you still loved me when in your arms I held the promise of these new shores, the happiness of our imprints and the proofs of hearts that never fail. But in its infinite heavens, this flame is sometimes cruel, and in the darkness it dies out from having trusted too much, from having burned too much. In whose name do these guilty and murderers drive you to crime when you must open your eyes? As we always have our faults and that we think we're right, when above us these endless nights lull us to sleep and play with us when you're not there to cradle us in their deathly garments. In the name of what? In the name of what? Yesterday you still loved me when in your arms I held the promise of these new shores, the happiness of our imprints and the proofs of hearts that never fail. But in its infinite heavens, this flame is sometimes cruel, and it dies in the darkness from having trusted too much, from having burned too much. In the name of what did these fatal executioners convince you to hang up your phone without a last word? In defiance of love, can we be so mistaken without betraying ourselves, without seeking forgiveness when there is what we would like to hear? And then on pale mornings, this wound is still waiting for you. In the name of what? In the name of what? Yesterday you still loved me when in your arms I held the promise of these new shores, the happiness of our imprints and the proofs of hearts that never fail. But in its infinite heavens, this flame is sometimes cruel, and in the darkness it dies out from having trusted too much, from having burned too much. Yesterday you still loved me when in your arms I held the promise of these new shores, the happiness of our imprints and the proofs of hearts that never fail. But in its infinite heavens, this flame is sometimes cruel, and in the darkness it dies out from having trusted too much, from having burned too